Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Reality Roundup Podcast.
Sorry in advance, my sinuses are off the charts bad today.
Oh no, I'm gonna have lots of suckies.
Probably.
Ugh. Well, we have a lot to talk about, so I hope you're gonna make it.
Well, I don't really care about what you're gonna begin talking about.
Well, let's talk about The Masked Singer, which you fell asleep during. So, I haven't really been, super keen on this season's format with the whole, 3 different pools, and then they have to, cut the pool in half before they move on to the next one. It's kind of, a little tedious. But at least last night we got treated to a whole new set of crazy characters.
Finally.
Yeah, so there were 6 new singers competing.
Yeah.
And let's just quickly go through them. So we have the Frog. I got nothing. I don't know. I have no idea who the Frog is.
He was really good, though.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He was very spunky, and he could sing, apparently. Mm-hmm. And I have no clue, though, who it is.
Can't touch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Kitty. I feel like Kitty could possibly be Julianne Hough. I thought that was a really good guess.
Kitty was really good.
And we know that Julianne Hough can sing. She can dance. I loved Kitty's video package, the clue package with all the old-timey. I live for old-timey, so that was so fun. And I'm just skimming the voiceover part.
Do you like to get the clues?
I do like to get the clues. And I see the last line here says, "As I show you why I'm the pick of the litter." Which is interesting because we know Julianne Hough, that's a very talented family.
It's a big litter.
She's competing with her brother all the time.
I think Derek Hough would have some issue with her saying that she's the pick of the litter.
I know, right? Well, if Julianne starts, or if the kitty starts talking about some weird stuff that we don't want to hear about her marriage, then
we know it's her.
We'll know it's her.
Yeah.
Okay. Taco.
I was barely awake for Taco.
I really enjoyed Taco's performance. He sang "Fly Me to the Moon."
Yeah.
And
I feel like it's an older person.
I agree.
I'm thinking it possibly could be Regis.
Maybe.
Although I don't know if Regis can move like that
Taco
anymore.
had some moves, and I don't know if Regis is really moving like that. I wish it was Martin Short. Somebody guessed that. I freaking love Marty Short so much. Me too. I would be thrilled if it was him.
Jeremy Lick.
Jiminy. Yeah, Marty Short is so talented.
I'm turning into my dad.
Then there was the mouse.
I didn't see the mouse at all.
She was really tiny, and you could tell it was an older lady.
Okay.
But
a frail older lady.
Yeah. I always feel like someone is either Dionne Warwick or someone of that nature. I thought that what's her name? Chaka Khan was gonna be Dionne Warwick, but she wasn't. She was Chaka Khan. But I think this could be. Or somebody else said Darlene Love. I think that's also a possibility.
Didn't they already have Maya Rudolph on?
I don't think that's Maya Rudolph. Did they? I don't know.
Didn't they?
That's definitely an older lady.
But
and
somebody guessed Maya Rudolph. I thought that she was on last season or something. Or
I don't know about that. Banana. He sang an Elvis song. I don't know who that is.
I didn't see Banana.
One of the clues, they showed a blue dog collar.
Okay.
So, blue collar comedy, maybe. But I feel like that's too obvious. Would they really show that? I don't know. It might be too obvious.
Yeah.
But he was a pretty good singer. And then the eliminated person, the elephant.
I did see the elephant.
Yeah.
And they were not a good singer.
No. But Tony Hawk is such a cool guy.
Is he from Atlanta?
I don't remember.
Because I know they showed the Olympics poster for 1996, and I'm like, I don't think it was an athlete.
I don't know.
But it was...
I thought Lance Armstrong was a really good guess.
I thought so, too.
Tony Hawk makes sense, too.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see him pop up on TV.
I like the elephant costume, too. I thought it was kind of cool.
All the costumes have been so cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's The Masked Singer. So now...
Don't care.
Let's talk about Survivor.
That I care about.
All right.
All right, so we're already on episode 3 because we had the double episode premiere.
It's 2/3.
It's 3.
Okay.
Third hour.
All right. Well, the episode started over on the edge of extinction, which Boston Rob keeps calling Extinction Island, which just sounds horrifying.
That's like Intercourse Island.
No, it's
that's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, it sounds like a horror movie to me.
All right, well, Amber has joined Natalie on Edge of Extinction.
Mm-hmm. She says she's not giving up.
No, I mean, she's still got a shot. Look at what happened last season.
Or was it last season or 2 seasons ago?
It was last season, wasn't it?
I can't even remember.
Oh, no, 2 seasons ago, because Nick was last season.
Yeah. 2 seasons ago. Tommy.
Right.
Was last season.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Anyway, Amber's like, no, I did not leave my kids behind to leave this early.
Right.
And also, there's this new twist this season with the fire tokens.
Yeah.
She could still have a lot of sway on the game.
She could still buy her way back into the game.
She could make it back into the game, but even if she doesn't, she could still really help her husband out.
Right.
So she's going to stick it out, and that's great. Honestly, I don't really see anybody leaving Edge of Extinction this season.
Yeah.
I was about to say Extinction Island.
You mean you don't see anybody giving up?
Right. I don't see anybody
raising the
home.
flag. Yeah.
These people are not...
These are hardcore survivors.
Yeah.
All right, so over at Cele, Rob opens up his sack and sees that there's a fire token in it.
That's not a good sign because...
who's going to give him a fire token besides Amber?
Amber. Yeah, so he's like, oh crap, I guess my wife got voted out.
So he's in tight with Parvati. He tells her, and he says, I don't know if I can trust Sandra.
You can't. You can't. You shouldn't have lied to her.
Yeah. That's right. So Ben, known for finding idols, is out with Denise looking for idols.
But this was so weird because I feel like this season everybody's trying extra hard not to be caught looking for an idol.
Yeah.
So it's a weird vibe, but Ben is like not even really looking for one for himself.
No, he's trying to help her.
Yeah.
And she freaking finds one.
Damn.
And it's the I call it the BFF idol because it's like 2 halves.
You need 2 halves to make a whole.
So you have to give it away by sundown. Mm-hmm. And I'm really shocked that she didn't give it to Ben.
Well, I think the strategy here was that he already knows about it. You know?
Right.
So they're already bonded. They're going to be working together. They want to use the other half to try and pull someone else in.
Right.
So first, Denise decides, I'm going to talk to Adam. And we already know that she's tight with him. They have a super tight duo. So she's even thinking, like, I don't really need to give it to him either. Right. So she brings it up to Adam, like, what if we gave it to Parvati? And Adam's like, no! What if we don't?
That's why I'm confused, because they wanted to pull somebody else in, but then she ended up giving it to him anyway.
Well, he was like, you know what? I don't think we should give it to Parvati, so just give it to me. And she's like, okay.
So, yeah. Over at DeCal, is that how you say it?
Yeah, I guess.
It's not Dakel.
No, it's not Dakel.
All right, so Kim finds the BFF idol for that tribe.
She's in an interesting position here that she's not used to. Mm-hmm. It's called being on the bottom. Everybody knows what kind of game she plays, and they feel really threatened by her. So she is definitely an outsider right now.
Pretty much everybody in the pre-interviews mentioned Kim.
She's one of the greatest.
Goats.
So, she's been working extra hard to find that idol, and she did, and it was another BFF.
Right. So she finds it, and freaking Tony and Nick come busting into the area that she's in, and they're like, hey, what's going on over here?
She's like, I don't have an idol in my pants or my bra. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, what's up?
So she manages to sneak away with it. She pulls Sophie aside and gives Sophie the other half. And I really like this duo.
I do too. All right, so over at Extinction Island, they get the daily clue.
Is it daily?
Daily in as far as...
For this episode.
Yeah. I guess there's a clue for every vote-off cycle.
That's a lot of advantages and idols and tokens.
So they are reading the clue.
The clue is basically like, it's, you know, what you're looking for is somewhere obvious that you probably overlooked and blah, 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 blah. Right.
And they overlooked that the edge of the clue on Edge of Extinction said water well.
Oh, damn! Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
So they're looking all over the whole entire island.
They go up to the top of the little mountain thing that's there, up the steps. I call them the drunk steps.
Yeah, they're looking all around and finding nothing.
Right.
So they're like, well, maybe it's just not out there yet. We got the clue early.
Right.
So then Natalie is getting water from the well.
And she looks inside, and there it is.
Ah! So it's another advantage that she is able to sell to somebody who's still in the game.
It's kind of like an idol.
Kind of. So she has the opportunity, again, like I just said,
to
I'm
sell
really
it.
repeating myself, to sell it. And she ends up giving it to Jeremy because, duh, that's her boy.
She's hoping that he has at least one token to buy it because that's how much it costs.
Yeah. So this advantage, it's safety without power. So at a tribal council, Jeremy can leave right before the votes are cast, and he's going to be safe, but he's not going to be able to vote that week.
Right.
That's pretty wild.
That's a great advantage.
I feel like the first time that came up was last season, but it wasn't used.
Right.
Remember?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so let's have a little comic relief time now over at Dakal. Tony made this huge freaking bamboo ladder that was rickety AF.
Why were the rungs so far apart?
Because he wouldn't have had enough rope probably to make enough rungs to get it as high as he needed to get it.
I guess, but
because he made it to pick fruit.
It also seemed like the rungs were not tied on there so great.
Because the first one busted off when he stepped on it.
He would step on one, it would be like crunch.
Even when they were carrying it over, it was
falling apart.
It was falling apart, yeah.
But he got up on that ladder and everybody's just like, oh no, Tony's gonna get medevaced.
Go up, Tony, it's okay.
But he made it up there and he got some fruit, so
yeah. So that was wild. It was fun, you know? And then
glad no one got hurt.
Yeah. The Cops Are Us Alliance is a thing.
What? Sarah and Tony back at it?
Sarah and Tony?
I'm all for it. I
don't know if it's got legs or not.
I love Cops Are Us. I just hope they don't screw each other over because I love their dynamic. I think it's a lot of fun. They're both winners now, so maybe there won't be as much bad blood between the two of them.
Maybe. Maybe. I hope they have a good time with it. I think Tony is very interested in being entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
So I think, he'll lighten up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's also trying super hard not to, go out and look for idols. Yeah. So that's part of the reason why he also built that huge ladder to distract himself, because he's just like...
Yeah. He's crawling out of his skin wanting to find an idol.
Yeah.
All right, so it's time for the immunity challenge, which is also a reward.
Ooh.
It's the all-important, all-coveted Survivor Spice Kit.
Ooh, yeah, you can't underestimate the value of some spices.
Even salt.
Mm-hmm.
Just salt.
Yeah. I wonder what else they got in their kit.
Probably all kinds of, cumin and chili powder and turmeric and...
pepper. Yeah. Let's just list all the spices we know.
Oregano.
I'm kidding. Okay, anyway, this is a giant obstacle course with...
a giant puzzle.
Yeah.
That was a huge puzzle in 3
really
parts. Big. They had to transport it in 3 locked trunks.
Chests, yeah. And they had to use this cart over, bumpy ass sand.
They had to take apart the cart and get it through a lattice type wall.
And those pieces were heavy.
Yeah. All right.
So it was tough.
So it was even at the beginning. It was, pretty close. But then Dakal was leading. Mm-hmm. And then...
they had a huge lead. And it was interesting because they were working on their puzzle. Sandra and Sophie were working on the puzzle for Dakal.
First.
Yeah. And it looked like Rob and... who was working on the puzzle with Rob?
Oh. No, I can't remember.
But it looked like Sele...
oh, wasn't it Denise?
Yes. Rob and Denise, it looked like they were watching Sandra and Sophie work, so that they were going to have an advantage because they would already know how to put the bottom together. So once they finally started, they were like, okay, this is this and this and this and this.
They made up some time.
But then Rob was like, okay, let's organize all these pieces and then we'll keep going. So that ate up a lot of time.
Yeah, and he wanted to do it his way. He insisted on it.
It was a bad decision.
And he took a dump. He really...
Sandra and Sophie crushed them.
Yeah. Well...
so Dakal won immunity.
And
it was a blowout.
Back at Sele, Rob sucked, but he's not worried because he's gonna puppet master his way out of it.
Isn't that crazy that there's no danger right now for Rob or even really for Parvati.
Yeah.
Crazy. I never would have expected that.
So they're chatting. Who should we get out? And I'm talking the old school.
The old
alliance.
schoolers. So like Rob, Parvati, Ethan. But they're leaving out Danny. And she sees them talking and she's like, why am I not?
But I don't even think they were talking about her.
They weren't, but she feels like, and she should, be included in those conversations.
So she has conversation with Ethan and Ben and is like, I feel like I'm at the bottom of the old school alliance. A what?
But Ethan's like, he's not in it, right?
Yeah.
And
that was so awkward.
Ben is like, I feel like one of the worst people to do that in front of because he is such a freaking loose cannon.
Yes.
Woo! So that was a big misstep.
Yeah. So
Danny is feeling betrayed by Parvati right now because they were really close for the first few days. She felt like they had something good going, and now she feels like Parvati has been distancing herself from her.
Yeah.
So she goes to Rob and she's like,
let's get rid of Parvati.
Really? What? And Rob is like,
okay.
No freaking way. They're working together this time.
Yeah.
So Rob is like, no, Parvati's not going.
We got to get rid of Danny.
Oh, shit.
That's really crazy. Sucks that you could not be in trouble and then, you're in trouble.
That's the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Danny was really on anybody's radar at that point, and then she just had a couple blunders.
Well, Jeremy, Michelle, and Adam are kind of like in a new schoolers type alliance, although Jeremy's not really a new schooler.
Jeremy's kind of like in between.
He's like a middle schooler.
I think he counts as new school.
Yeah.
But he's one of the older new schools, I guess. I don't know.
Right. So they all want to get rid of Parvati.
Yeah. I mean, they're happy with Danny potentially going because at least she's an old school number that would be leaving.
Right.
But they're like, maybe we should strike harder and get rid of one of the bigger players like Parvati.
Right.
So they don't really know what they're going to do at this point.
Right. I mean, a lot of times I don't think they really do know what they're going to do until they get to Tribal.
I don't know.
I mean, sometimes they do.
I think a lot of times they do, and it's just the editing, but
maybe.
Who knows?
But they're at Tribal, and freaking Adam puts his torch. He tries to put it in the wrong freaking hole.
That's what she said.
Jeff's like, somebody help him. Come on.
Ben had to help him out with that.
I guess Ben spent a lot of time at Tribal. All right, so Rob's like, oh my god, I'm so depressed. My wife was sent to Extinction Island.
No, she wasn't. She's okay.
And Danny's all like, well, I thought I had an alliance with my old schoolers. And then everybody starts, except for the old schoolers, starts chiming in like, old school? Oh, wait, it does exist? And Ben's like, that's right.
It was like the Santa on the M&M's commercial. They do exist. No, but all the old schoolers were like, no, like, what? There's no alliance. Come on. Guys, come on.
Ben's freaking confused. Everybody's starting to whisper.
That was hilarious when he's like, well, you're all paranoid. And they're like, well, actually you are. And you've been running around. He's like, oh, everyone's paranoid.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
All right. So Ben's talking about idols. And
Rob wants to know, does anyone have an idol?
Yeah. Why'd you bring up idols? Did you find an idol? Do you have one? So he's like, I want to know who has an idol. And he starts emptying out his bag. And he says, everybody empty out your bags.
I can't believe this is happening.
Can't believe everybody was emptying out their bags.
I know.
I would have been like, I'm not emptying my bag.
It's ridiculous. But Denise managed to keep that idol hidden, even though she's like, yeah, this is my bag.
Well, did Adam have his
I'm not sure if he had it with him or what.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal was there.
All right, well.
But it was pretty funny. She got away with it, even with that shady move by Rob and everybody listening to him.
Yeah. So then they had the vote. No idol was played.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny was voted out.
She played herself.
She did. And she, on the way out, gives her token to Denise.
Interesting.
Yes. And next time, Tyson wants Sandra out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Well, he's kind of in with Rob.
True.
So is this kind of like revenge for the Poker Alliance?
Maybe. I mean, she's also just like a big threat anyway.
That's true. But so is Tyson.
Yeah. So
And
Sandra is not happy about that.
Well, would you be?
No.
Tony catches the shark. More comedy relief.
I
hope he puts it back in the water.
I really doubt it. I hate that. That's like the biggest aspect of Survivor that I hate. Or the aspect that I hate the most.
You know what I just thought? He's not getting the Sia Award.
No. Not after that.
No.
I think you can count on that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was awesome. Let us know what you thought of the episode in the comments. All right. Welcome to the Bravo block of the show, sponsored by us. Okay. Let's start by talking about Below Deck, Part 2 of the reunion.
What a waste of my time.
I thought Part 2 was better than Part 1 because I thought they really got into the nitty-gritty with some issues, like Ashton punching the window of the van.
You know what? It was just more of the same for me. It was the guys being jerks, pretending to apologize, not really meaning it.
Yeah, I don't know how sincere those apologies were, but at least they were somewhat acknowledging their poor behavior instead of just, like, doubling down like they have been on Watch What Happens Live and stuff.
Freaking Kevin. Captain Lee, why didn't you know about these things?
What do you want him to do? Set up cameras everywhere and spy on you?
Well, I mean, there was cameras everywhere, but apparently Captain Lee's not watching the footage.
The cameras don't work like that.
He's not watching the dailies. I can see exactly how this happened. Kate is friends with Captain Lee outside of the show.
Okay.
She's already labeled as teacher's pet.
Mm-hmm.
So if she were to go to Captain Lee and be like, everyone's being dicks to me.
Yeah.
They would have been like, oh, well, you're getting preferential treatment.
Well, another thing, the girls were not seeing what the guys were saying about them behind closed doors, which made it even worse to watch. So they were only experiencing what was said to their faces, pretty much.
Right.
So it was a little bit less bad. Like, what they saw it was still bad, but they didn't get the full extent of it. So I think if they knew all of it, maybe they would have said something. But yeah, I mean, it was a suckfest.
You know what bothers me? These people who are going on these charters are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for these trips. And they're basically being served by, like, losers. Not all of them. Some of them. Didn't Kevin say, like, he, like, failed out of high school or, you know?
I don't remember.
I knew Brian was going to be trouble from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And Ashton's a freaking stripper.
So? Well, you don't have to hate on all strippers because of Ashton.
No, but I mean, like, maybe he's a little bit more than a stripper?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, it's not it's very Parasite. Who you think is going on
I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. I don't know who to root for.
I just saw a clip from it. I just cannot wait. We're going
to watch it this weekend.
Yeah.
But, anyway. Where were we even? What did you think about Captain Lee storming off?
I felt like that was appropriate because
they were really turning it on him and being like, what has Kate done that you didn't like? Blah, blah, blah. List it from the beginning.
It was ridiculous.
Obviously, there's been things that he did not approve of.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they're like, oh, everything that Kate has done, you have loved and condoned, and no, he brought up the penis towel.
When she lied about it?
Yeah. So, like, you know, there are times when he knocks heads with Kate as well. It's, you know, it's still a job, even though you're friends outside of the show.
Yeah.
So
I just loved that he got his Bravo Real Housewives reunion moment where he storms off.
You know what? I don't have a problem with that. I thought it was appropriate because I don't think this show should be negative. I think
not like that.
No.
Damn, it took a real turn this season.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's play a quick game.
The guy still didn't wise up.
I know. Let's play a quick game.
All right.
I feel like things are really going to change next season because apparently Kate is not coming back.
Right.
She's moving on to bigger and better things.
Good
I'm
for her.
going to be really sad to see her go because
Me too.
I'm
I
such
really
a Kate
like
fan.
Kate.
How can you top Kate?
Not Hannah.
I'm hoping at least Captain Lee will be back because he has to.
Kate's the only somewhat normal chief stew we've ever seen. I mean, look at the below deck sailing yacht, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And Hannah.
Yeah.
2 out of 3. That's bad.
All right. If you had to pick one guy to come back next season, you can't pick Captain Lee. You have to pick one. Who would it be?
Oh God, this is terrible. I'd have to say Tanner, because I feel like he's just a dope. I don't feel like he means any harm. Like he's just not very smart.
I think I would pick Kevin because I want to see how he would do with a different chief stew.
Yeah, but would you like to also see how he would do without the bullying?
Yeah, like maybe because I think the guys all did make each other worse.
Yes.
And I feel like Kevin at least has some remorse for what he's done, somewhat. So
very little.
I don't know.
He was still making excuses. I'm sorry. When you apologize, it doesn't have to. It should not be accompanied by an excuse.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I know. There was a lot of "I'm sorry, but" or "I'm sorry if."
I'm sorry you did this.
Yeah. When I did what I did, I didn't mean for it to come off that way.
Yeah. Well, it did.
When I punched you in the face, I didn't mean for you to take it the wrong way. And if you had to pick one girl to come back.
Oh, Courtney in a heartbeat.
Of course. I'd love to see Courtney again.
She's amazing.
But
maybe
I don't
she'll
have
be
any
moved
issues.
Up to chief stew.
Maybe. I don't have any issues with Simone either.
No.
I mean, she had her drama here and there, but I think she's a good worker and she's a good person.
Yes. She just had bad luck with the guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about Below Deck Sailing Yacht.
All right. This is fun.
This is fun.
It's a shit show as well.
Ooh, so when we left off last time, it looked like Adam and Jenna were going to, do it in the hot tub in front of everyone.
Sexy soup in the hot tub, but when Jenna tried to follow Adam into his cabin, he said, "Whoa, honey.
I don't think we should do this.
Get out."
Oof. She got rejected.
I didn't realize she was as drunk as she was.
Yeah, I mean, he did the right thing on many levels.
Absolutely.
I don't think she was in the right state of mind.
There was zero consent there.
And also the chief stew and the chef. Should they really be having these drunken hookups, especially so early in the season?
So early. I like how you qualify that.
I'm just saying, okay, maybe they have an actual relationship at some point,
okay,
but should they be having these drunken hookups right away?
I mean,
if there's something there, there's something there, but don't
what happens on the yacht stays on the yacht.
I don't know.
And bravo.
But she ended up sleeping in her bathing suit.
She slept it off in her suit, and then her underwear was missing.
Girl, you could get a yeast infection.
Totally unrelated. Advice: stop blackout drinking. Everyone. It's not good.
Well, I think the missing underwear might have had to do with Georgia not being good at the laundry yet.
What is with this crew? They are so green this season.
Yeah.
They are so green.
It seems
the boat is so green. It feels like they just threw this together.
I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Me too. But I'm saying...
This is not a well-oiled machine at this point.
I don't think they really thought this through. They just kind of threw this together and it's a hot mess, but I'm for it.
Yeah.
All right, so the next charter is including 2 vegans.
Woo!
Adam hates that.
Oh.
Because he's not a great chef. He only knows how to cook meat.
I'm sorry. I feel like it's easy as hell to just, cook meat. But a true chef should be able to prepare, a vegan meal.
And make it taste good.
Yeah, that's the sign of a real good chef.
Right. Yeah, anybody can take salt, fat, sugar.
Acid and heat.
Exactly. If you put all those ingredients together, it's really hard to F it up. If you can cook. But if you really are a chef, you can cook some delicious vegan dishes that even meat eaters will enjoy.
Yeah. So the guests arrive.
Mm-hmm. The girls, and they're gay.
Love it.
Bring back my girls.
So, yeah, they want to sail. They're on this yacht to sail.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's some motor yacht. They want to see those sails go up and the wind take them away.
When they got on the boat, the wind died down. I think they said it was only 3 knots and you need a minimum of 5 to like actually...
Move?
No, you can move at 3. Tilt. You need 5 to tilt.
Is that like something that you want to happen? You want to tilt? I don't know anything about sailing.
When you start to tilt, you're going pretty fast.
Okay.
The faster you go, the more you tilt.
Mm-hmm.
Unless like you're on attack or whatever. But that... Yeah. Sorry, it's very technical.
Well, that one girl thought that she was a pro.
Why aren't all the sails
Put up all the sails.
They were, honey.
So that was a little bit annoying.
Yeah. There's also some annoyance. Sierra and Paget.
They're not used to working in the same department. And
she does not like the way he's talking to her.
And I don't think he likes the way that she's talking to him either. He's like, I'm your superior. You can't be talking to me the way that you are.
When you work as a couple, you got to put your relationship aside. Mm-hmm. It's not right to expect that he's going to honor that relationship when you have a working relationship also.
I feel like especially in a situation like this, in this industry, because it can be really dangerous.
Yes.
So
that's why I don't understand why they put green people in these positions, because this could be a life and death situation at times. Mm-hmm. I mean, if somebody drinks too much and they fall overboard, or... Yeah. What the hell is that dog doing?
I don't know. Bowie, what are you doing?
He's like digging under the buffet over there. Very distracting.
Yeah.
All right, so they arrive. It's time for them to start eating. The vegan food comes out, and the non-vegans are not very happy.
They're like, ugh, this is vegan.
I need more flavor. I mean, the only thing that was tasty in here was the walnuts.
Girl... Get your life.
Yeah, really.
Give me a freaking break.
Just because you're addicted to salt and, whatever, you got to have your meat.
Yeah, there was a lot of anti-vegan
really
talk
tastes like
on this
including
charter.
From Adam.
I know. Adam, don't. I was kind of like a fan of yours, but just shut up.
Why do you have to ruin my life? Why can't I make delicious food for people who eat meat?
Oh my god.
Get a grip. It's one charter.
Yeah. Honestly, this will make him a better chef.
It will, actually.
Come on.
He's been Googling so many different things. Come on. Mm-hmm. All right. So, Jenna tells Adam that the guests are not digging the food.
Ooh, that's a blow to the ego.
So he said, well, they suck. Not, hey, I'll try better. Oh, these people suck.
Yeah. Well, he's... kind of taking out his issues on Georgia. They are not getting along well. First thing, he wouldn't let her carry 2 plates at once. He was like, you just take one. I'll take this one.
All right, not even that one.
Don't ever touch the food. Like, he was...
The utensils never touch the food.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I get that he's frustrated because she doesn't really have the training. But I feel like out of anyone, he's really, like, speaking to her in a short manner.
Yeah. Is she the third stew?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And, I don't know. It's just not a good situation.
How was she allowed out of the laundry? All right, so was that girl so drunk on the charter that she fell on the inflatable walkway thing? Or was she just like...
Did she just slip? I don't know.
Did not have sea legs or what? But she totally owned it. Good for her. All right, so it's time for the toga party. This was requested by the charter guests.
First, Sierra was left out because they didn't have enough sheets, but then they found one for her.
Yeah.
But also, Georgia and Paget, a little bit flirty.
What's going on here?
I don't know. I don't know if that's going to continue to be a source of drama or what.
Sierra is not enjoying that.
But then she's also like, oh, he's just like got a flirty personality. And that could be, but I feel like that would really...
I think that bothers her.
...get on my nerves after a while.
Yeah, for sure. And I could see like having a flirty personality with the guests who are going to be leaving, but with somebody
who you're supposed to be getting money from.
Exactly. But when you have a flirty personality with one of your coworkers that you have no vested interest in making money,
I don't know.
Check yourself.
All right.
So, next time there's going to be a crash.
Is this a boats and hose situation?
Yeah. Get on deck with a D in hand.
No!
That's right. like I said, I don't know why they put green people on these expensive boats.
Well,
this can happen.
I feel like all the department heads know what they're doing, and then maybe like the lower level people are kind of green, like Parker and Georgia. I mean, Sierra doesn't really know what's happening.
But she knows how to sail. Yeah. She knows how to sail. It's just that she doesn't know, the official stuff. But she's the least green out of all the greens,
I guess. Well, let us know. Are you enjoying this show so far?
Yes, I am.
We are.
It's time.
It is.
You know that. Yeah, all right. We're not going to just raise your glass high.
Throw your purse.
It's Vanderpump Rules time. Grab your Jiggy.
Aw, love Jiggy. All right, yeah, so let's just dive right in. Ariana is reporting back to work.
It's been
like 3 months, but she still remembers how to make a drink.
Well, surprise, Dana is bi too.
Okay.
I feel like everybody on the show is bi. I mean,
I know.
Brittany was bi-curious, so we've heard Lala.
Yeah.
Ariana, Dana. I'm sure there's a few more. Maybe Shayna could be coaxed into it.
Who's Shayna?
Sheena.
But just real quick, while we're on the topic of Sheena.
Yeah.
I feel like they are always taking a dump on her. And like they
are.
don't actually like her. But she's like, oh, these are my friends. It makes me sad.
I don't feel like she thinks that those are her friends. I feel like she is just trying
to stay on the show.
No, to impress them so that they might want to be her friend.
I just don't get it.
Which really sucks because I don't feel like anybody should have to do that.
Yeah, like I always feel like she's just there and they don't like her. And it's awkward.
It's very awkward.
But anyway.
So Bo is doing a cooking video.
It looked like fun.
How exciting. You know what? I say that Stassi is one lucky girl.
Yeah, I think they're a nice couple.
Don't F it up.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say to her.
All right. Well, one of the big topics this episode was Brittany's pastor. The guy that was supposed to be officiating Brittany and Jax's wedding.
Homophobe.
Yeah, it came out that he's been saying all this homophobic and transphobic stuff on social media, and that's not okay. And it's especially not okay for this group of people who are so, like, in the LGBTQ community. They can't be going to this wedding where he's officiating.
Why would you want to even be friends with somebody like that?
Yeah, apparently he's, like, a family friend,
And supposedly, Brittany knew about this 6 months ago and didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, and they've all been, all the friend group has been thinking about it, and they're just like, we don't want to support this, but they were afraid to bring it up because they didn't want Brittany and Jax to freak out.
Why did she go to him and be like, are you homophobe? And he promised me he wasn't a homophobe. Honey, read the tweets. It's in black and white.
Yeah, what? You think he was just doing that for fun?
Yeah. Come on now.
I don't get it.
That's why I never understand religion. Why is it so exclusive? Mm-hmm. It should be inclusive.
You would think, right?
Right?
All right. Well, we'll come back to that. So, Lisa and Raquel had a little meeting because Raquel's in trouble. She missed her shift for Pride, which is one of the busiest days of the whole year.
Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry.
Please don't fire me.
Don't fire me, please.
Oh my god.
I had to go see Jamesy because I didn't want him to start drinking at his DJing job.
That's really sad. Like, sometimes this show just makes me sad that she's got to do that because she doesn't know what he's going to
freak out on her.
Yeah.
Be a jerk. Well,
we've seen people do way worse things. There's no way she's getting fired for missing a shift, even if it was on Pride.
Yeah.
Come on, how many chances has somebody like Jax gotten?
She eventually went, and didn't she work anyway?
Yeah, but it didn't matter. It was like later in the day. She missed like the busiest time.
All right, well, here's a whole bunch of bullshit about to happen. Max asked Dana to go steady. This is not going to be the end of it. It's not like this is not their time. This is not the best days of their lives.
They're not just going to be 100% committed girlfriend and boyfriend.
I mean, maybe she is.
Yeah, but he is
an F-boy.
Yes.
And you know what the
he
F
has the
stands
haircut.
Yeah.
So this will not be the end of that.
No. All right, so it's time to plan a bridal shower.
Yeah, they're getting ready for Brittany's bridal shower, which is at Katie
It's
and
2
Tom's
weeks
house.
before my wedding. So Katie is only too happy to show off her house now that the show bought for her. You know, by being on the show, she's been able to afford this beautiful house.
I think she's had other things going on, too. Didn't she have her website and all that stuff?
Yeah. Girl,
Her
she's
blog.
not making that money off those ads. This is from the show.
I don't know.
This is from the show. All right, so...
I mean, Tom is also a part owner of Tom.
That's true. Yeah. So it's other stuff, you know. But
whatever.
It's from the show.
So Stassi had the idea of bringing in some princess actresses.
These are copyright-free, nondescript Disney princesses.
You could find them in Times Square taking photos with people right next to Red Furry Monster and...
Maybe this is like Cinder Girl or Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Or, you know. A little bit off.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
Just for safety and legal issues.
Yeah, just a little bit lost in translation.
Yeah.
So these princesses are not like the Disney princesses,
They
though.
stay in character.
They're thirsty.
Yeah.
They work
they're ready
hard
for that princess
and
juice.
they're ready for their princess punch. And
Well, I thought it was a cute idea, and Brittany was really enjoying it.
I don't find anything wrong with it at all. I thought it was all fun.
Mm-hmm. It looked like a nice party.
Yeah, good for you, Stassi. I think you did do a good job. How funny was it, though? I feel like this is the first time I've ever seen Lisa ever go to where her employees live.
I know.
She's like, I won't go to apartments. You finally got a house, proper house. I'll go and see you in your house now.
Yeah.
But open my present right away because I'm going to have to leave. Yeah. I can't stay.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Was Ken waiting in the car?
Maybe.
All right. Well, James is pissed at Raquel. He was going to be pissed either way, whether she had seen his set or not.
Yeah, this made me uncomfortable because he was freaking out at her saying, like, you can't get in trouble at work, blah, blah, blah. But then, he would have melted down like no other if she had completely missed his set.
Why did you miss your shift?
Because she didn't want you to start drinking.
Yeah, well, he probably figures, oh, shit, Lisa's so upset with me already. If Raquel starts effing up, we're really screwed. If she loses
her job, then we might not be on the show anymore.
That's right. That's right. And he also found out, because she told him, that Peter did not invite him to his baseball party. He only invited Raquel.
Uh-oh. But the reason was really crummy. Because Peter has been hanging out with James, and they're friends. But he was like, oh, I'm one of Jax's groomsmen, and I take that really seriously, so I can't invite you.
That is such bull.
That's pretty lame.
That is so lame. I was so angry about that as well. But I really felt like she was caught between a rock and a hard place because she didn't answer right away quickly that she wasn't going to the party. So
then he was like, well, don't just say that because I don't want you to go, and blah, blah. Well, don't say this and that. Like, she can't win with him.
No, she can't.
It seems toxic.
Right. So now...
Also, I think the birthday person should be able to invite whoever they want
Absolutely.
to their own party. And if you're one of the people that has an issue with somebody else, that's
then
your
don't
problem.
Go. Then
that's
don't
your problem.
Go. All right, so Brittany has got to put on her big bride pants. And she's going to text that pastor and tell him he's not going to do the wedding. She doesn't want to talk to him. She dumped him in a text.
Damn, that's like supposed to be some family friend. Ugh.
You know what? He ain't no friend.
Yeah, that's true. Well, anyway, the superhero Lance Bass stepped in and offered to officiate the wedding. I love Lance.
I love Lance, too.
What a dream come true is that, to have Lance Bass officiate your wedding.
I know.
They're so lucky.
But you know what? What the hell took so long, says Tom Sandoval.
He brought some drama to Peter's baseball party because he's asking Jax, why, like, I'm glad you got this taken care of, but why did it take so long? What's the deal? And Jax is like, don't bring that up. So he's pretty pissed. Brittany finds out about it. She's yelling at Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it is not a good situation.
Is Tom out of the wedding? I mean, it's really, how can you look at these people in the eye that you know are in the community, and it's obvious that you're doing wrong?
Yeah.
How could you look at them? And now they're like, oh, don't talk to us about this. Don't upset us. It's 2 weeks before our wedding. Who are these freaking fragile ass people?
That doesn't give you an excuse to do whatever you want.
Since when did getting married exonerate you from living
Poor
your life?
behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that.
And now everybody is ragging on Britney on social media about her having a baby party because of the princesses.
That's so sad.
Honey, y'all skin is so thin. I can't even.
She had a good time. Like, why does it matter what other people say about it?
Exactly. She should not be on social media if she can't handle it.
Yeah.
Ugh, but how about that baseball party for Peter?
It looked like a fun party.
It looked like when I used
Besides
to
all the yelling.
give you parties like laser
I
tag
love those.
or...
I miss that.
I know, it's so much fun. I think these fun theme parties are wasted on little kids because they would be much more fun for adults.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go and hit some balls
All right.
at the batting cages.
Well, one more thing about Jax and Brittany's wedding. Apparently, their first dance song is going to be Still the One by Shania Twain, which I love that song. I sang that in elementary school for a talent show because it was on a commercial for Dharma and Greg like a million years ago.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. But I don't know. For this particular couple, maybe not a great wedding song.
Especially since Britney is always on the verge of tears because people are telling her, like, oh,
should you really be
finally
marrying this
doing
guy?
it? Yeah. It's okay when she says, like, hey, I'm still the one, right? But, like, when anybody even hints at, like, this wasn't going to happen. Yeah. Oh, no. Wrong. I hate you. Get out.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Not good.
That was Vanderpump in a nutshell this week.
All right, let's talk about Project Runway.
Project Runway was so much fun this week because it was tie-dye.
Ooh, and just to remind you guys, Britney was saved last week by Christian Siriano.
He used the Siriano
CFDA
save.
designer.
What do you think about that? I freaking love Christian's reactions.
I do too. I love everything about Christian.
I sleep with his comforter every night. His quilt every night. I love it.
All right. Well, anyway, yes, they're doing tie-dye this week, and they don't want it to look like absolute crap.
They don't want it to look like college frat party tie-dye that you get at the bookstore.
Yeah.
They want it to look good, so even Nina could wear it. It's Prada, okay?
A lot of designers are bringing back tie-dye. Tie-dye's having a moment, and I love it.
I do too.
So they set up a masterclass with them, with these two tie-dyers who work for, like, all these major brands, which is awesome.
Right. They do a lot of the dyeing for big brands.
Yeah.
And this is also a one-day and night challenge.
It's a mother effing lock-in!
Onesies will be provided.
Yeah, I freaking love a lock-in, like on dance
it's usually
shows.
Fun.
Yeah, when they're like, okay, we're closing the studio, you guys are getting locked in, we're rehearsing all night, but they're also going to play sleepover games and stuff. I love that.
Well, unfortunately, they didn't play very many sleepover games because everybody
There's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, inundated with work because this tie-dye thing is not so simple.
Yeah, well, they had to give them this extra time to work because you got to let that stuff dry and develop and, you know.
Yeah, they had two different types of fabric. They had silk and they had cotton. And I feel like a lot of people chose cotton and then they were like, oh, this looks like shit. And then they decided, oh, I'm going to go with the silk.
Yeah, because the silk makes the color
more vibrant.
More saturated.
Right. So there were 5 different techniques. I didn't get them all because nobody was taking notes, although I was.
Brittany was taking notes. She was the only one. Brittany and you.
Yeah. But I didn't even do a great job. There was like starburst and stripe burst and grid pattern and ombre, which is like a gradient, but I didn't get the 5th one. I don't know what they were.
But everybody was asking Brittany for help. And she helped them. She was like, you know what? I've gotten help from people in the past, so I'm not going to be a jerk and, like, sabotage anyone.
There was a lot of tie-dye disasters.
Yeah.
Including Jeffrey. Jeffrey's was looking very, like, I fell down in the grass and got grass stains type of look. And
But then once it dried, looked like $1 million.
After Christian helped him.
Okay.
Before, it was like, ugh, this
All
is
right.
terrible. And he was defeated.
Yeah.
But then Christian came over and gave him some advice. And he said, why don't you make it look like an army camouflage? This could be like expensive, haute couture camo.
Howdy Coocher.
Howdy Cooterati.
So let's talk about the runway.
Well, first let's talk about the judge. The guest judge. Leslie Jones.
Oh my god! I love her.
Yeah.
She is also a Christian Siriano and Project Runway super fan. She's always wearing Christian Siriano.
She's a freaking treasure.
Yes, I love on social media when she watches things and gives her reactions to shows.
I'm really, really missing her on Saturday Night Live.
I hope that she's going to get invited to the Olympics again this summer.
That would be a lot of fun.
That's just so much fun.
All right, so everybody managed to muddle through.
Okay, let's talk about the looks.
Put something on the runway.
Another thing I want to say about Leslie, I loved her yelling and encouraging the models as they came down the runway.
Yeah.
They couldn't even keep a straight face.
Ooh, that's my dress.
Yeah.
Give me my dress.
All right, so the two safe looks this week. We've got Brittany and we've got Marquise. I, again, am surprised that Brittany was not in the top for this look.
Really? I really like the look. I did not... I don't know. Something about that tie-dye did not look as good as the
color
other...
scheme?
Yeah.
I like the girly, soft look.
Yeah. I like my tie-dyes vibrant and saturated. Hers was semi-vibrant.
Okay.
You know?
I feel like this week, a lot of the designers kind of or some of the designers at least, were doing things that we've seen them do a few times now. Like she had her signature straps. Then we've got Marquise. You said it kind of looked like an ice skater outfit. I have to agree. I
had a dress similar to this in college. And it was like a little sundress. I got it at some rain dew discount store or whatever.
Yeah.
It didn't look expensive to me. It didn't look high fashion to me. It just looked cheap, you know?
I don't mind the
ice skater skin.
Yeah, the ice skater skin and the top of it, but something about that skirt, I don't like the silhouette of the skirt.
Yeah. Yeah, the top was better than the bottom.
Yeah. But I do like the color scheme.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the high scores. Now, here's somebody who has been doing the same kind of thing over and over again with those big-ass pants.
Yeah.
We got Nancy, but this time they liked it.
Because of the pattern.
Yeah, and the material. They thought that it flowed really nicely. I do like her tie-dye in this look.
I've always liked her pants, but I think she needs to stop doing those pants.
We need something new from Nancy.
The top was nice. She did that last minute.
During last looks.
Yeah.
It was tacked on.
Yeah.
Okay. Sergio, I didn't really get the hype with this.
I think this probably looked better in person than it came across on the television screen. His tailoring was impeccable.
I did like the skirt.
When they
fanned
it out, yeah.
The top,
I mean,
I don't know.
It did look nice when I saw the tailoring, but I felt like the color probably lost a little bit in translation because it was probably better in person.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, the winner this week, Jeffrey.
I loved everything about this because this looked expensive.
It does.
It was highly saturated. It was fresh. It didn't look like a tie-dye,
yeah, it's high class tie-dye.
And his design, I feel would have looked good on multiple body shapes.
Oh yeah, I think it would be flattering on a lot of women.
Yeah.
And they would feel great wearing it.
Yes.
So I think that win was
I'm considering going online.
I know, I was curious how much it cost because it was a flash sale challenge.
Yes.
So it's going to be available for purchase.
I think it's really classy. It's probably too classy for me, but I just loved it.
Yeah, we haven't looked up any of the flash sale things yet. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
You
know, right?
All right, the low scores this week.
Okay.
Victoria tried to step outside her comfort zone.
She stepped really far outside of her comfort zone.
There were a lot of issues with this look.
Terrible.
First of all, the like diaper over the jeans. I noticed that she was wearing something like that.
She has been wearing that all season.
Yeah, and I'm
not a fan of that.
I wasn't feeling it. And then that top cape thing.
When Nina said take it off, and she was expecting to see something better underneath, and she took it off, and she was like, oh.
Yeah.
Can't help you here.
Yeah.
So that, not a fan.
But I am glad that she tried to step outside of the box and do something different than she usually does.
But the diaper.
Yeah.
Those jeans weren't very well tailored either. It looked like Garanimals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Delvin, he was eliminated this week.
Another coat dress. I love Delvin.
I mean, he took the sleeves off of it, so it wasn't a true coat dress. But yeah, he's another one who's kind of just doing the same thing over and over again. But my issue with this, okay, I don't really like
the color.
A lot about it. Actually,
yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah, the colors, it does look very, like, crafty camp.
It looks like
camp project.
A kindergarten watercolor.
Yeah.
Right?
But even, like, the design of it, I'm just not really feeling that.
He wanted to save this, if the colors had bled more into each other instead of just being so distinct, I think that really would have helped him quite a bit.
Wasn't he having a problem with that?
With the colors blending?
Yeah.
I think so. So, yeah, that's probably what he was going after. If his colors had blended more like Jeffrey's, then I think
it would have been better.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have gone home, but the design still one trick pony.
Yeah, it wasn't out there enough. I think they figured at least Victoria gave us something different.
Right.
Even if it was not good.
Yeah. If his colors had blended, I really feel like Victoria would have gone home.
Could be. I'm sad to see Delvin go, but
I really like
we're really getting down to it now.
Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
So next week is Olympic victory dresses,
Ooh!
They said.
Yeah, Olympians and Paralympians.
Yes.
Awesome.
I can't wait to see what they're going to come up with. Yes. So that was Project Runway for this week.
Let us know what you guys thought of all these shows in the comments. Let us know. I know you have a lot of thoughts.
I do. So.
Not you, them. We know your thoughts.
I drew a blank. This is the end of the podcast.
It gets confusing when we have to do it over 2 days.
I know. Sorry, guys. But thank you so much for watching / listening. And until next week, much love.